How am I faring? Well, after this is my second go, so I think that's pretty good. Yeah, except for my tension, what I learned from Margaret. My tension is creating these terrible, ugly things. That side looks pretty good, well, except for that. But yeah, I know exactly when each of these happened because I wasn't pulling it out. I was just letting it pull out because I was too excited. I was just cranking as fast as I could. And I wasn't taking the proper precautions and stuff. So this is a pretty sturdy material. I mean, it's not like the nifty knitter at all. I mean, this is really high quality knitting. Well, except for my quality knitting. But when I practice and make it goodly, it'll be awesome. But yeah, this is like the best $200 I've ever spent in my life. Just this. Just I could bow out and say goodnight with this. Well, I'm literally going to shut off the video now, but yes, I'm thoroughly excited about this and my new life, my new fake knitting knife. Oh God. All right, welcome to Saturday. I got up. It is 6:58 in the a.m. I've been playing Farmville with my coffee, and I thought I'd crank out a practice hat, and let's see how I went. I started with a full skein, so it's about more than half a full skein. So let's see how my here we go. So far, it looks really good. Okay, and I know that that at the end of the hat, all right, so this is the beginning of the hat. And my tension is 100% better. All right. Let's straighten it all out evenly. It's all wonky from being on the machine, so let's. All right. I have pretty good. There's a right here. Okay, halfway down the hat. It's all perfect. I was doing great. And then this half of the hat is a mess. And I am not sure if I just started going the opposite way. Look at that. That is a mess. I think I literally started cranking the opposite way because the yarn would get stuck on the skein. So I would have to adjust it and pull it out into a pile, nice neat pile. And I really believe I kept cranking in the opposite direction, just picking up, going all willy-nilly. And I think that's where I went wrong. Also, I was checking out the bird feeder out back. If we had squirrels, I would have said, ooh, a squirrel at some point. Because in that 15 minutes that it takes to crank one of these out, I got bored. So I stopped paying attention. Isn't that crazy? Is that not insane? So, yeah, and then I know that's what happened because the needles stopped picking up stuff and left holes.
What a mess. But it's a really good mess. If I wanted to, I could cinch the top and like leave that as a hat. Just put like make little cute cords. But I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna rip it out and start over again. And this time pay attention to what I'm doing. By the time Mark gets home today, it's Saturday and he's working on a Saturday. By the time he gets home, I expect that I will have a hat, a perfect hat with a brim. Yes. I mean, the nifty knitter, God, that is a nasty hole. Nasty. What was I thinking? Wasn't thinking. Yeah. I was thinking, ooh, squirrel. All right, so it's pretty good though. I like it. I absolutely adore it. I adore it, except where I screwed up. So it's not the machine, it's the knitter. All right, time for round 4.
I've been watching Margaret Olander videos all morning, and Grace. I ripped out where this started, where I think I went backwards. So I ripped it out and I put some scrap yarn in there to save the holes. What do you call it? I want to put this back on the Addi, and I can't find any videos on how to do it. So I'm making it up as I go along. I'm pretty sure I'm just not looking correctly on YouTube. I don't know how. I googled putting a hat back on an Addi machine and putting knitting back on needles, and I can't figure anything out. There aren't a whole lot. There's like how to put stuff back on needles, but that's a needle. There's nothing on how to put stuff back on an Addi, and I can't watch all the Addi videos on planet Earth just in case somebody put something in there, but maybe someone can direct me to a video where someone has done a tutorial on this, but otherwise I'm just gonna try to stick these back on the needles and do a run through, and if it doesn't work I'll take them back off and do it the opposite way, and then if that doesn't work then I will go ahead and rip it all out, or just I don't know, this is a perfect size hat for a child, so I might just cinch it up on both ends, not both ends, cinch it up on top and then crochet the rest of the hat, like a finishing of the hat. I don't know what I'm doing. So this is just to tell you that I'm still playing. I haven't given up yet. This is only, this is my 4th attempt. Wait, this is my 3rd hat attempt. And I'm not ripping it out this time. I'm trying to save it. So I think that's where I am right now. Okay, bye. You might be thinking to yourself, hey, it only takes about 15 minutes to crank a hat out. Why are you wasting all this extra time trying to figure out whether or not you can pick up stitches and put them back on the Addi and continue on with the hat? I know it would be less time consuming for me to actually just start over, but I want to know. I want to know if I can go ahead and pick up stitches. And you know what? I'm thinking that knitting, real knitting, is something that I should pick up in general. I should know all this stuff. I mean, not should, but you know what I'm saying. I should just go ahead and learn how to knit in real life. I mean, this is fun. I mean, this will crank out a whole lot of hats for my coworkers. Just a Christmas gesture. But I'm gonna continue on with this, but I just want to know what will happen if I put these back on the needles, because I have no idea. All right, bye. Oh, I have most of it on the needles, and then we get here, and I have where I started, and then I think there's a drop stitch, and I don't know how to fix any of that, and I don't know what went wrong where. So guess what? After 20 minutes of putting these back on the needles, I'm gonna just rip it all out because ain't nobody got time for this. So I'm gonna rip it out and I'm gonna start all over again. And yeah, I don't know, I have no idea because I don't understand knitting. I seriously don't understand the concept of knitting. That's why I can't do it. When I drop a stitch, I don't understand the construction of a knit. I've watched a bazillion videos on how a knit is created, a knit stitch, and when I drop something, I can't figure out how to reconstruct it. My brain doesn't work like that. Yeah, there's the over and under. I can't do puzzles, like figure stuff out. There's something wrong with me. I don't know what's wrong with me, but no, I cannot. This is brain surgery to me. It's like, it's crazy. I can't even begin to fathom. Wait, begin to fathom? See, I don't even know how to use the word fathom. All right, well, I'm gonna go rip this out now and start all over again. Okay, bye-bye. Ugh, so annoying. I made a brim for my hat. Isn't that nice? Somehow I missed something somewhere. I can't figure out where exactly I skipped one or put an extra one on, but I missed all that. I didn't miss it. It was just because something happened somewhere. The bottom of the brim that I was looping up, it got too tight. So I figured I would just, instead of breaking my brand new machine, I would just let those ones not be secured to the hat. And I just kept going. I just pretended that I finished the brim and I just kept going with the hat. And then I realized that it's all just come off the needles. So I get to start over again. I don't know. I paid really close attention when I was flipping up the brim to attach it. And I literally cannot find a stitch, a brim stitch that I missed or added. Maybe you can. It's very, very, everything looks good. Let's see. I guess, like, I don't know. It was just getting too tight. So I stopped adding the brim on. But when I went around to go on with the hat, it undid it. And it took them off. So, I don't know. It is 11:32 now. I've been at this for hours and hours. And at least my tension is nice and good. I don't have any holes except for that. But I don't know. I'm a little frustrated. So I guess I'll do this later. Right now, yeah, that's a mess. And there's my waste yarn. Right now, I will continue on my nifty knitter that has not given me any hassle. And yeah, I am still, I have not taken these off yet because I'm afraid, because it's so perfect. Everything came out so perfect that I don't want to mess it up by taking it off the needles. So I think I'm gonna do that so I can start another hat. How's that? Finish a hat so I can start a hat? Yeah, that would make sense. Alright, bye! Oh, that's Ruger eating his dinner. Hi! Devlin already finished his. And then there's water in the middle. Okay, bye!
Oh, hello. I did it wrong, but let's get rid of that stupid above light. That stupid above light gone. There, the stupid above light's gone. I finally, okay, I have had this on the Addi since Saturday, and today is Wednesday, and I have been afraid to touch it because it came out so perfect. I don't know what it is that I didn't want to risk taking it off the Addi and ruining it. So I figured today is the day. I don't have a bra on, so my boobs are like sagging down to the floor. So I might accidentally kick them. So it's just my boobs flying around. All right. So I finally did it. And I know I did it wrong, but I know what I did, so I can fix it for next time. So, what do I have here? It's just a big old tube, y'all. I'm just gonna gather it on both ends, as Margaret once did. So, I don't kind of know how it works, so you just double it up. I'm not really sure. So I'll pretend that this end is gathered in a hat. So I would pull it halfway out. So the hat would, but if I gather it on both ends, I'm so confused. Oh my, this is so hard for me. See what I mean? I have no, I can't figure things out myself. Okay, maybe, I seriously don't have critical thinking. I don't have those skills. All right, so it's inside out. So if it was just a tube, help me. But yeah, I don't know what, I could make 2 of these. Or actually, what did I just do? All right. Check this out. This is not gonna be a hat. I am gonna make another hat in a different color, and I'm gonna sew these together. Or, oh my gosh, or it's just gonna be a cowl. Just an on and off cowl. Really? I'm gonna make another one, and I figured it out! Yay! It isn't the best gathering, cinching, sewing job in the world. I have a messy bun on under this, so I kind of look like a member of Devo. I can't remember what they sing. Otherwise, and there's Ruger. Yeah, it's doubled up, and there's a brim. Yeah, it took me a minute to figure out how to double it up Why? Why? I can figure out how to ship pallets to Sweden, but I can't figure out how to double up a hat. That was just strange. Strange. And this is why I don't wear hats. I look weird in them. And then, not to mention, then when you take it off, your hair looks like this. So, not a big fan of the mess. Messy bun, yes. Messy mess, not so much. Well, I'm gonna make more. Don't you fret. I am thinking that I'm going to make our company colors. I think I'm gonna make hats for everybody in the building. Maybe I'll just use all of my yarn for that, because I want to go yarn shopping so bad, but I still have all that yarn, and a lot of it is donation yarn that I've gotten donated to me for myself, and thrift store yarn, and then I would say it's about 50-50 thrift store yarn, donation yarn. Like donation, like, Cynthia, we know you love to crochet. Here's some yarn nobody else wanted. Here. That kind of donation yarn. Not like I was out on the corner begging for yarn, which I would. Ain't no shame in my game. Let me turn off my garden beef and cabbage. Just in case you're wondering, and you're probably not, because why would you wonder? It's 56 degrees out, and little Dublin face refuses to come inside. Oh, don't act like you were waiting to come inside. He likes to lay down and he likes to also mess with little River when he comes in. He likes to lay out in the backyard, so I can usually not get him in. But now that I said that, he acted like he was outside running in from the cold. He's a liar. He's a liar. This is interesting. I loom knitted this for a coworker. It's his Steelers colors. I doubled it up with black, and this is the Team Spirit by Red Heart Yarn, and I think that looks super awesome. But that's the knit from the loom knit. Okay, it's very nice. It's a little oh, can you see my little white hand in there? Yeah, it's a little spacey, but it's a loose knit. And then there's this from the Addi. Look at the size of the knit. I mean, there are 37 or 47 things on this, and there are like 20 teeth on this. So yeah, that's the difference. This is loom knit, and this is Addi knit. And what you'll never see is a hand knit from me. Well, I have hand knit a hat before, and it just takes too long, and I never want to do it again. So yeah, but the Addi, I just love them both so much, so much. All right, well, that's all I wanted to show you. Bye-bye.